Well, how is it going, everybody? This week, I am going to be doing a video on the coral snake, and more specifically, the eastern coral snake. There are three species of coral snake here in the United States: the eastern, the Texas, and the Sonoran. But today I'm going to focus on the one where the rhyme actually comes from. Now, the rhyme itself: red touch black, poison lack, or friend of Jack, whatever, red touch yellow, kill a fellow. Now, for the most part, the eastern coral snake, that is correct. You have the two other mimics, the scarlet snake and the scarlet king snake, and their patterns tend to end up that way. With the coral snake, it is a black band that is wide and a red band that is wide, and in between there is a bit of yellow. And on the red, this is one of the biggest things that kind of sets it apart. On the red, there is usually black speckling in there as well. Eastern coral snakes are also very skinny. They're like pencil skinny, even when they're at their largest. The thickest they really get is like the size of one of those felt tip markers. They can get 18 to 30 inches, but they have been known to get upwards of 4 feet, and that's a big coral snake. But that is on the very upper end. 30 inches is usually a really big snake. Now, they are elapids, and elapids are the same family as mambas and cobras. They are front fixed fang snakes. Now, that is one of the biggest misconceptions, is that coral snakes are rear fanged and they have to chew on you to envenomate you. That is completely not true. They can bite you just as easily as any other snake. They just don't bite that often. Usually the only time people get bitten are when they come across them and pick them up. Basically, it's usually the person's fault for getting bit. Their first choice is to flee. They do not like confrontation. They don't even like putting on a show. They just want to get out of there. So people usually get bit when they pick them up. Now, coral snakes have a neurotoxin which attacks the nervous system, and more specifically, the coral snake's venom tends to attack the lungs in humans. It's actually usually a delayed reaction too, so there's envenomation and then a little bit of time in between, and then all of a sudden you start feeling sick. You start having like flu-like symptoms, you start throwing up, your muscles start to feel weak. All of a sudden, in rare cases, if not left untreated, you can't breathe. Your lungs won't respond, and you basically suffocate. But the good news is that the anti-venom is actually very good. So crazily enough, the last person to die from a coral snake bite was in 2009. They got bit and didn't seek medical attention for it. But before that, it had been 40 years since anyone had died from a coral snake bite here in the US. That in of itself I thought was pretty crazy. So yes, they can be deadly if left untreated, but the chances of getting bit if you leave them alone are pretty much zero. If you do get bit, you seek medical attention right away, you're gonna be just fine. And they pretty much only eat other snakes. I mean, they'll eat lizards and stuff too, but they're pretty much looking for snakes. Ringneck snakes, crown snakes. Now, any sort of a small fossorial snake is going to be on their menu. And these guys are actually a lot more common than people realize. You just don't see them that much because they spend most of their life underground. They're a cool snake to come across. I've seen them a couple times, and they're just beautiful. Just give them their distance. Don't touch them, and they'll be on their way, and then you'll be none the wiser. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you feel about this video, and let me know what other types of videos you want me to do next, and you'll have a good rest of your day.